is up, you beautiful people out there on the internet? It is I, Michael Shockman. Give me 1 second. Audio. There we go. Anyway, guys, welcome everybody on the internet. It is I, Michael Shockman, here with a little, I guess you could call it a special feature, a little playthrough, a little mini Let's Play of Battle Brothers. I don't know how many of you out there have seen this, but if you haven't checked this game out, I would highly recommend it. It is a beautifully made roguelite or roguelike turn-based strategy game. It's brutal in its destruction, as you can see down here. Battle Brothers is a challenging game. Losses and comebacks are part of the gameplay. It's recommended that you start with beginner difficulty and a tutorial origin. We're going to be playing through the tutorial on this one. Probably doing about 2 to 3 episodes, maybe about 4, just to kind of do this stuff. By the time you guys are seeing this, it is early in the year of 2023. At the time of this being recorded, though, it is June 22nd of 2022, which is kind of interesting. So hope you guys have had a great rest of your year since this is being recorded, and that things are doing all right. Really quick before we get started, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode, and be sure to check out the links down in the description. With that out of the way, let's dive into today's premiere episode of this. Here we go. New campaign. Rebuild. Company. We are going to be... Our company name is going to be... Micheals Maurauders. Micheals Maurauders. And we are going to do Nobles at War. Let's see here. Ooh, I like that one. That's a good one. Maybe... Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. Alright, starting point is high, starting beginner. Max speed. Okay. Let's go. And tip, expect to lose some men. Oh, man. Alright, it all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hogarth the Weasel and his band of raiders, but it was them who found you first. An ambush. Some joke about horses cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Men holler and scream, a great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapon and the rest of your men only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. You shout in pain. A harried glance. 1 second, folks. Sorry about that, guys. A harried glance sees the men charge without you to make a valiant last stand. Met in force as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last nod before his throat is cut. You're left in command now of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with all the will you can muster, slowly rise again. Just so you guys are aware, this is, like I said, this is a roguelike, mercenary company, survival game. I have seen countless Let's Plays of this game where the point is not to win the game per se. There is no winning of the game. The point is to survive as long as you can. And most people that I've seen play this game, it's basically a giant wheel of grinding, a grinder wheel, where you're essentially just basically tasked with keeping up your funds, keeping going, and there's no real end point in sight. So Well, that's why we're basically just going to be doing the tutorial and seeing how things go. So, yeah, without any further ado, let's dive into our first battle, shall we? And you guys can see what that looks like. Alright. Here we go. Ow. Alright. Here we go. Right. Nice. Looks like we just took down a little bit of his, armor, which is good. Alright. Alright, split man. Earning swing. Alright. Switch field. Alright. Come on. Apparently he's got reach, which is not good. Ow. Thrust. Alright, thrust again. Got him. Nice. Awesome. Reload. Alright. Ow. Right. There we go. And I missed. Alright. Goodbye. Alright. So he took we each got one kill. He has a light wound across his face, which is not great, but it's not horrible. Alright, we apparently have a short sword and a pitchfork, which is not bad. Good stuff, and leave. Alright, you're alive, you won. The adrenaline fades, and in its wake, you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow shaft, your chest heaves, pain for breath. Everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men, and that bastard Hogarth did justice to his name, fleeing like the weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind it. It's Asgeir, who sits down beside you, bedding his bloodied axe on your legs. You turn to him to reply, but before you can answer, he continues. Bernard's dead. They slit his throat. He was a good man and a damn good leader, but all it took was one mistake. That makes you the one in charge now, don't it? Einar joins the two of you, still breathing heavily. Then Wenzel. Save the company and anointments for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and return to Himmelsdorf to collect our pay. The Weasel's men are slain, after all. Besides, Captain, we have to see to that wound before we lose you. Before we lose you too. Wouldn't want to leave Einar in charge, right? So be it. Alright. Let's go ahead and that's Kummelstead. Okay. Trayton. Right. Mooresburg. Okay. Turn to Himmelsdorf, huh? Kimster. And the thing about this, guys, is that everything is completely randomized where everything is at, so, right. We just gotta find where our character is again. Comes to Himmelsdorf. There it is. There we go. Alright. And there is always the chance of having a random encounter, to be honest. Alright. Return to Himmelsdorf. What a sorry display it must be for the onlookers as you arrive in Himmelsdorf. 4 bloodied and beaten mercenaries down on their luck. The man who hired the company days ago, Espen the steward, no doubt expected you to return with a more glorious fashion. Still, he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine, while a servant fetches a healer. A few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man with shaky hands tends your wounds. A pin pierces your skin, the first of many stitches to come. You grit your teeth till you think you hear one break. Espen the steward sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hogarth. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it into your wound. You nod, and he does so. For a moment, that's all there is. You're not a man, but a pinch of fire. You're not a man, but a pinch of fire, flesh from flame, a golem of pain. Espen the steward hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it's a shame that Hogarth still lives. We expect to get paid for this. Espen the steward gasps. Well, naturally, 400 crowns is agreed upon. He gestures toward a servant, who rushes to your side with the pay in hand. I wonder, may I make use of your services one more time? I'd very much like the headache that is Hogarth once and for I'd very much like to end the headache that is Hogarth once and for all, and I would pay you again, of course, another 400 crowns, shall we say? Askir scoffs and turns to drink more wine, but Wenzel stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without the Micheals Marauders, Asgeir would drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets. And Einar, by the gods, we all know he'd go chasing the women folk until one stove his rotted head in. We need the Micheals Marauders, as it's all we have. What say you, Captain? Asgeir burps and raises his cup to you. Einar playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill the bastard Hogarth or not, it's up to you, Captain. Yes, we have unfinished business with Hogarth. Espen the steward clasps his hand in satisfaction. Excellent! My little birds will need some time to find where Hogarth is hiding his hide now. In the meantime, I suggest you see about stocking up on supplies so that you'll be good and ready to end this when the time comes. I shall see you in a few days' time at the latest. As you leave Espen the steward's house, stand on the outskirts of Himmelsdorf, Wenzel seeks a word with you. We need more men, Captain. I know I gave a big speech back there, but bravado won't do shite. We need more warm bodies in the ranks. We figure we find 3 good men, buy some decent weapons, and dress them in the best armor we can afford. The man pauses to glance around. I bet this Bodunk town's got a desperate peasant or two looking for a new life, or we could travel to Comfesta in the west. Them city folk aren't always as hardy as the country bumpkins, but we're more likely to find men with fighting experience stopping to rest there. That's what we shall do. All right, let's go here. Marketplace. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Linen tunic, sackcloth, linen tunic. All right. Let's get some cheap weapons here. So we currently have 2,900. Okay. A hatchet. A smasher spear. A wooden shield. A short bow. Some arrows. Bandages. Alright, let's get some goat cheese, medical supplies. Here we go. Alright, perfect. Alright. Let's go to, Coastal. Alright. Alright. Along the way, as Comfest's skyline appears on the horizon, Einar seeks a word with you. I've never been to Comston before, but I've been around ones a lot like it. Cities like these are great for selling goods and all, as all these prissy, pompous pricks love to have their goods delivered. With so many merchants, you can find almost everything you need to. Keep an eye out for bargains and don't get swindled by them cutthroat merchants. Asgeir sees fit to add his own opinion of what you should do. If there's a good tavern, I'd say that's where we should go first. Nothing helps a man down on his luck more than a good pint. Gods know we earned it. Einar shakes his head. You say that every time we stop in town. You say that every time. You say that even when you're already drunk. I'll keep that in mind. Alright. Gotcha. Weaponsmith, tavern, armorer, training hall. Let's see here. Okay. Let's go to the tavern. Marketplace, weaponsmith. Hire. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Egbert the Odd. Up front is 650. Let's pick up Reinhardt. Fire. Let's pick up Sigbold the Fearless. And let's also pick up Wilfred Goodhand. Good stuff. As well as... got 1,000 left. Let's go to the Weaponsmith. No. Let's go to the Armorer. Alright. Feathered Nasal Helm. Good place. And let's get some padded leather. Let's get a padded surcoat. And let's get a gambeson, as well as a full Aquisition cap. And a wooden shield. Good stuff. Leave. Alright. So we have Reinhardt. Let's give him... let's give so Wenzel has some decent stuff. As does Asgeir. Einar is pretty good right now, so let's give... he has 43 HP. Let's give him the... let's give him that. And then let's give him a short sword and shield. Then let's give Sigbold the Fearless, the gambeson. Let's give him a bludgeon. Alright. We have Reinhardt, so let's give him the padded leather armor. Actually, you know what? Hold on. No. Let's give him this one. And let's actually give Wenzel the padded leather armor. And let's give Sigbold the Fearless that, and let's give Eckbert or Reinhardt the padded gambeson, and let's give him let's see here. Actually, no. Let's give him a bow with some arrows. Perfect. And let's give him there we go. Alright. And let's give him that. Good stuff. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Good. 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 And go. Okay. This malicious spear. Alright. Let's see here. This does 20 to 35 damage. 40% ignores armor. 75% against effective against armor. This is 25 to 30. 25% ignores armor. Alright. It's basically a mace, essentially. One-handed spear. Alright, good stuff. Let's put Wenzel up front. Let's put here we go. Alright, and these two are good. Good stuff. Content. Good spirit. Dissatisfied. And good spirit. And dissatisfied. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. I know it's only been a little bit. It's been a decent amount of time. So I'm going to actually call it here. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned for next week when we continue on our search for Hogart and getting ourselves back up and running. Until next time, remember, as always, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace off, everybody.